Okay. Well, hello YouTube. Again, we're out here in the Class C motorhome, March 11th, 2014. And decided to go ahead and do another video, kind of like a info type thing, because I'm still kind of new at this RV stuff. And what I'm going to do is I don't know if I'm going to take this seat that I'm sitting on, and it's got a Magnetech inverter, whatever it is. They say it wasn't one of the ones that wasn't smart. It would continue to charge your battery until it just boiled all the water out of it. Just didn't know or didn't sense when it was fully charged. It just kept on charging and charging and charging. So what I'm going to do is probably pop the seat off, give you a close-up of the inverter converter, what it is, and because it's always been unplugged. Now at night, I want to first thank my son Chris. Chris, thank you so much for the tripod. I've got the tripod kind of wedged on the seat right now, but as I can pick the thing up and eventually move it around with other videos, thank you again, Chris, for the tripod. I'm gonna, before I take the seat out again and let you take a visual on that, I want people's input. What would they go to replace it? And a lot of people said, well, you know, as long as you're running, if you're plugged in, the only thing that converter does is convert the AC into DC to run your lights. And I said, well, without it being plugged in, I still have lights. The thing about it is I got the coach battery that's underneath the steps, so I still have DC power. If I turned on my refrigerator, I would have DC power. I know that works. And if I'm plugged in, obviously it switches over to AC. But if this converter that I'm having to be sitting on, if that's its only job is to so-called convert the AC into the DC just to run the lights and some of the DC appliances, you know, if you're plugged in, well, then you don't need DC because you got AC. So I'm kind of broadcasting that question out to everybody, because I thought, just go ahead and get you, I've got a car battery charger, you know, or a 12-volt charger, and why not just plug that in while I'm plugged in and just hook it up to the battery while I'm there at a, you know, mobile home site, you know, or a campground or whatever, and let that charge the battery. If this is the only thing that it's doing is just converting it to run DC, I've already got the power or the battery to actually run the DC for power. So I'm kind of throwing that question out there, then we'll kind of do another look-see at the Class C. But I'm going to go ahead and pop the seat off, and you'll see the converter. Now this has been redone with some Velcro. So, take the whole thing off here, and let me get it out of the way. I'll just stick it on the bed, couch bed thing. Okay, and I'm fixing to get the video camera. Kind of bear with me. I'm going to go right across here, and let me get my glasses. I had to go back and finally smart enough to go ahead and put a set of glasses inside the coach. But like I said, here's the, I lifted up the seat that I was sitting on. I'm going to try to focus in, if I can. I'll let you all see it. But it says converter charger, 30 amp, Magnetech. As you can see, that's where it's plugged into. I don't know if you could get that light up there. But it's not plugged in at all. So, anyone has an idea to what to go with, obviously you've got your wires there and all that, but if that thing, if the only thing that it does is just charge that one coach battery, which let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and come down here. Like I said, that's where the charger was, the converter, and obviously I'm going to walk towards the back, and if you see my first video, obviously if we turn and pan, there's the Norcold refrigerator, and obviously the door to the bathroom. Shower area to the very back of the coach is a 3-burner propane stove and then a sink. But now as we step down, that is where, if you see the blue piece of board I've replaced because the other one was kind of rotted, and some carpeting. But I'm going to leave that there and try to not make everyone dizzy. I'm going to pan to the right again where that sink is. I'm going to step down and show you where the battery is. Okay, again, that's where the bathroom door was. Panning down again to the little mat on the carpeted area and the blue board. And I'm going to lift up this step here. And underneath that step, you'll see that's where the coach battery is. And that's right there with the 12 volts. And I can easily hook up a little, car battery charger up there, 12 volt charger. And obviously the wiring, heavy duty cables going to the front of the coach. I might even obviously maybe charge it up with the battery itself with the alternator. But again, going back into the coach, again their microwave, I don't have it plugged in. And then there's a little cabinet over there, keep my coffee maker and stuff in. But kind of moves around. You've definitely got to secure the stuff. I've just taken it to work because it's been so doggone cold, and jumping on that bike of mine, the Harley, it gets pretty cold when it's like 30 degrees and everything kind of freezes, and I've got to cross a couple of bridges. But also, since we're back here, you get these little wire shelving deals at Walmart. I think they come in a set of 3 for like $5 or something, maybe a little more, a little less. But it kind of holds your spices, salt and peppers, Italian seasonings. Also down here, you've got the little soap, Dawn dishwashing soap. But these little things are great because they hold your whatever you want to put in there. It gives you great shelving. Plus, it keeps everything secure, so you don't have to worry about it, bouncing around and falling down on the floor and all that. And there's still some space up here, which eventually I'll go ahead and put some more shelving. And the guy before me went ahead and did some woodworking on that. But that, myself, in a nutshell, that was my main question on that inverter. Eventually, like I said, I'm going to do hopefully some how-tos with the video. I've got these little boxes. They were kind of like luggage. They're kind of long. Get them at Walmart for like $5, $6, $8, whatever they were. I got just some blankets and some sheets. Another little plastic box. But I'm going to go ahead and set this thing down here again. I don't want to make this too long. It's just, like I said, it's kind of like a questionable video. And I'm going to kick this back up so I don't look too cocky there. Cocked over. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put everything back. But again, that's the big question, do we actually really need that inverter? And I'm thinking no. It's been unplugged ever since I had it. I looked at it and did some research on it. They said that's the one, like I said, will overcharge the battery. Well, we don't want to overcharge the battery. And if we're just charging that battery, a regular, that's a little bee once again in here, a little bumblebee. Got a nice little bush out there, yellow flowers, and they're all trying to get some pollen. But getting back to that, I just assume just carry a regular old 12 volt battery charger, and that's it. I'm going to plan on going to solar. Go Power, which is really cool. They've got like this little briefcase, solar power in a briefcase. Everything's contained. All you have to do is basically take it out of a little case, open it up, put it out there, and one set or maybe 2 sets. They got a real good video on that with Gone with the Winds. Nikki and Jason have a real cool setup when they still had Winnie, their first motorhome. They've obviously got another new one, but if you want to watch that, I thought it was pretty cool, and that's what I'll probably end up going to. And this way, it's not permanently mounted to your coach, because let's eventually, if we decide to get another one, then you don't want to have to pull all that stuff out, and even the people might say, well, doesn't that come with it and with the price? So just if everything's kind of the way it is, and you have to worry about removing stuff, because people don't want you removing stuff, like, because I wouldn't want someone to say, okay, I'm buying your super good motor coach at a great price, but here he's pulled the solar panels off. Now I've got holes in the roof where he's patched them up, and I don't particularly care about someone patching up holes. I'd want to do it myself. So to make a big headache, not a headache, just go ahead and get everything portable. And this way you can always carry it with you. You know your stuff, you know your products. So that's that video on that, and probably go through and doing another video, like I said, the everyday carries and what I carry, and we'll be doing that later on, probably in the same day. As soon as I get through, I might go ahead and do that. But again, thank you for watching the video. Well, everyone says subscribe, like the video, If you don't like it, how about giving a reason? You know, if it's always a thumbs down, I kind of wonder, like, well, what was bad about it? Well, have the decency, if you're going to dislike it, to say, the reason why I disliked the video was this, and this way we could try to make it better. Okay. Well, y'all have a great day, and God bless. We'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.